Hello everyone, welcome to Onyera's TV. So today we're going to be talking about sex. I know, sex is the topic today. And the thing is, why do men love sex? It's a thing, men love sex. Everybody knows that men love sex. As a matter of fact, some persons have even argued that men love sex more than women do, and that is for you to answer. How true do you think that is? But today I'm gonna be giving you the reasons why men love sex, and one of the reasons is because that's the way they are built. It's their biological makeup. They are built in a certain way that the predominant hormones in their reproductive organ is testosterone, and that's what is responsible for the sex drive. So that's why even from a teenager, they're already wanting to have sex, because it's just the hormones, is the way the hormones play out, and that's why it's a good thing for them to be controlled at that point, just so they don't go about having sex with everybody that they tend to like. Yes. And the second reason why men love sex is because of the way they've been conditioned. Men have been conditioned to like sex. The media, entertainment, whatever is out there kind of puts it in their face that for you to be a man, you need to have sex, you need to like sex. So that's a kind of societal conditioning that men have been exposed to from growing up, that they just want to have sex. And they feel that having sex is a way for them to feel loved, which is contrary to how the women think. Women believe that they need to, feel loved before they have sex, but for men believe that they need to have sex before they feel loved. So it depends on how you look at it, what you've been exposed to, while growing up. The social conditioning is quite responsible for the way men love sex. Another reason why men tend to like sex or love sex so much is because they see it as a way of providing that satisfaction for the person they love or the person they care for. So they want to be there, they want to physically touch and physically feel that person and do stuff with that person. That's the way they feel like, okay, I want to give her this thing, I want to provide this for her. So because men are built to provide, they tend to see that as a way to provide for the person that they care for, right? Another reason why men tend to like sex so much, is because it's a way for them to connect. So they see having sex or being intimate with the person they love as a way to build that connection, to bond with them, to bond with that person, right? So and of course, we all know that if a man doesn't feel someone, or is not like a sane man, if he doesn't feel someone, or he doesn't connect with that person, or he doesn't like someone, he will not want to have sex with the person, except the other kind of men who just have a different way of thinking. But I'm talking about the average man here. So that's why if you are married and you and your husband are having a conflict, or you guys are having an argument, and he reaches out to you to have sex, do not deny him sex. That is not a good time to do that. As a matter of fact, that is the best time to give him sex, because that's what's going to help him calm down and connect with you and bond with you, because that's how they perceive it, that's how they see it, that's how they get there. It's through sex that he can connect with you. So if your man hasn't had sex with you for a very long time, maybe you should ask yourself some questions. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? Or what is wrong with him? What is he going through? Then you can have that open conversation with him, because honestly, men love sex. Another reason that men love sex is because of the feel-good chemicals that get released when they, indulge themselves in that act, right? And which are oxytocin that is released when they're involved in these activities. And of course, everybody wants to, experience that feel-good chemicals or that feel-good hormones that comes after the act or comes during the act. So that's another thing that, makes men want to have sex with the person that they care for, or with the person that they like. They want to experience that feel good, chemicals, feel good thing that is in our body. So please do not deprive your husband, do not deprive your man of sex, because it's very important to them and they love it so much. So one way you could actually help your man remain sane and help him continue to, be stable in the relationship is when you give him sex, when you indulge him, when you are involved in such intimate connection and bonding with him. He would always appreciate that. But then the last point I'm going to be saying here is something that most men find it hard to express. They find it hard to say. They don't want to say this. So this is a hidden secret. Don't tell them I told you. It's just between the both of us. The thing is, men love sex because of what comes after the sex. It's not an act. And this kind of builds up as they grow older. They tend to not ascribe sex to the physicalities. Instead, they ascribe it to the things that come out of it. For example, men want to feel loved. They want to feel warm. They want to feel, safe. So having that sex and going into somebody that they care for and that they love, it's a way for them to feel like they are safe. It gives them that safe net, that safe harbor that they crave for as they get older. That's something that most of them will not tell you. They keep it to themselves, but with time you can get to find out. Or if you tend to probe and ask some questions and your husband or your partner is free with you, he may tend to tell you this. But this is the big secret. And that's why you see these men as they grow older, they just want, sometimes all they need is just to put their head on your lap and you touch them, just giving them that deep touch, just to show that you care, you love them. They just want to feel loved. They just want to feel taken care of. They just want to feel nurtured like babies, right? I know. But the thing is that most women do not want to know this. They do not want to hear this because it kind of reduces how they see the man. It kind of reduces the way they look at this man, and they don't like that. But that's a given. Men, sometimes they want to feel like babies. They want to be loved. They want to be nurtured. They want to be cared for. They want to feel they are safe. They want to feel that sense of security, that sense of love, that sense of, okay, this is my person, this person got me. I want to be able to relax and be calm and be free and be vulnerable with this person. And that's one of the things they get when they are involved in a sexual activity with someone that they care for, because they're like, okay, I'm in, this person is warm, I'm relaxed, I'm just chill. That's, so that's one of the big things for them. So please do not deprive your husband, do not deprive your partners of this. It's very important. That's how you can keep them sane. After a busy day at work, they don't want to come to a home where the woman is nagging or the woman doesn't want to give them sex. No, that's one of the things that keep them going. So please, do not deprive your husbands of sex. Do not deprive them of that comfort zone that they crave for. Everybody gets to be vulnerable sometimes, and as a matter of fact, that's one of the things that actually keeps that love going. Vulnerability is very important. It's a requirement for true love. How can you completely love when you're not vulnerable? So the wife and the husband, there will be a point in time where one of them will just be vulnerable. So don't take advantage of that state. Instead, be sensitive to know when this person is in that state and be all for that. Be all there for that person. Give this person your all, because when it gets to your turn too, this person would be able to give you that thing that you actually want and crave for. And remember that men do not talk. Men are not expressive. They do not say how they feel, because they have not been trained to do that. They've been conditioned not to speak, So it's until you are able to break them or to probe them or to find out, you may never know what they are going through. And that's why it's important that you always, read your man, read his countenance, ask questions, but then you have to ask it in a way that this person is able to open up to you and let you know what he's going through. What is the essence of having someone if the person cannot completely, accept you when you're vulnerable? So please remember that men love sex, and as they grow older, it's not necessarily the physical action that matters, but it is the comfort that they get from it, the knowledge that there's somebody there that can give them that comfort zone, that safe net. That's what makes them happy. And that's why most of these men, sometimes they go find those side chicks, because some of these girls out there, they know how to do the job, honestly. And I get it. Sometimes the women at home are busy with trying to make ends meet, trying to keep the home running, that they tend not to be completely there, or they tend to just ignore what this man is going through. And of course, because of who the man is, he wouldn't talk. So please do not forget, be there for your man, and do not let someone else do your job for you outside. Anyway, my name is Onyero, and if you find this video informative, if you like this video and you want more of this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and you'll see more of my lovely videos. For now, have a wonderful day and see you in my next video. Bye.